Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video. And today we're going to be revisiting another band. Now, the first time I did this band, apparently I pronounced the name wrong. We're going to be looking at a band called Alexisonfire. Now, the first time I heard them I called them Alex is on Fire, but apparently I got told by several people it's Alexis on Fire. Now I'm being told I have corrected myself. Now, the first time I heard them, I listened to a track called No Transitory, and I'll be completely honest, I was not overly enthralled by it. It was an okay track, but I wasn't overly excited by it. It was pretty in my opinion. But again, this is just my personal opinion. I mean, the song itself was covering some rather touchy subject matter, and I wasn't overly fond of the way that they, the way that they spoke about it. I don't think it was worded very well. But that was then, and as I've said on many occasions, I will not judge a band by just one example of their work. And I have been suggested a track, quite a while ago now, called Crisis. So upon looking up the song, I found a little bit of information about the song. And it says, the Crisis is the title track from the album Crisis, and is about the blizzard of 1977, a massive snowstorm which buried western New York State and South Ontario, Canada, in January-February of 1977. It caused millions of dollars in damage and led to the deaths of at least 25 people. So there you go. It's actually a real-life story here. So that's quite interesting. I'm very interested to see how this song goes, knowing that there is actually a genuine real-life story that it's covering. So anyway, I've waffled on for 2.5 minutes now, so I think we'll just get straight into it and see where this goes. Crisis by Alexisonfire. Right, seems like a good place to pause it. It's they're not being very subtle about it. The song opens up, this town is going under, so it's suggesting, massive snowdrifts. And it goes, the temperature's through the floor, your fingers are turning black, there's a crisis knocking at your door, 1977, 1977. So, obviously, the first couple of lines, the temperature's through the floor, so it's obviously very cold, your fingers are turning black, probably referring to frostbite, and there's a crisis knocking at your door, which means there is a big snowstorm coming. And then 1977, obviously a reference to the year that it happened. And then it goes, you better try and make it home. the snow's getting too deep to drive, your car might be a coffin, you know. They're not subtle about this bit, were they? Yeah, it goes 1977, 1977. He says, "You're never going to see the summer. The season is coming long and hard. This town is going under. This season is going to kill us all. Catch the snowflakes, little children. Count them as they bury you alive. Count them as they choke the roadways. A blizzard's coming in the year Punk died." You know, they're not being very subtle about this at all. You know, it's like every other line is like, he's going to kill you. You know, it's snowing, he's going to kill you. It's cold, it's going to kill you. You know, they're really pushing it like straight in your face that this did kill a lot of people. So yeah. So we'll carry on.
This is his life, cause all our plans can't stand even God is blind. Land down to all your plans. One last time, one last time. There's nothing that you can't do. This weather's stronger than our soul. The sky is gonna crush you. One last time, one last time. This season's growing cold. I feel that this could be the end. And there's no sign of hope. We've got a crisis on our hands. The junkie is shutting doors. Pretty soon he's gonna need a fix. But the weather's not gonna let him. And he's starting to get the edge. The season's holding us on our edge. Better do whatever it's our hands. Nation knows that we got a crisis. We love frostbite hands. There's nothing that you can't do. The sky is gonna crush you. There's nothing that you can't do. The sky is gonna crush you. There's nothing that you can't do. The sky is gonna crush you. There's nothing that you can't do. The sky is gonna crush you. This season's growing cold. I feel that this could be the end. And there's no sign of hope. We've got a crisis on our hands.
And there we go. That was Crisis by Alexisonfire. As it came back into the song, it said, "This season has left us all helpless. I can't see, and even God is blind and deaf to all your prayers." So it's like, the snow is so bad that even God, if he existed, wouldn't be able to see you or hear you through the flurry. And it goes 1977. "There's nothing that you can do. This weather is stronger than us all. The sky is going to crush you." 1977, 1977. "This season's growing cold. I fear this could be the end. And there's no sign of hope. We've got a crisis on our hands." So this bit isn't as in your face about, it's killing people. He's actually it's actually starting to be like, this is actually getting quite bad. What are we going to do? There he goes. "The junkie is stuck indoors. Pretty soon he's going to need a fix, but the weather's not going to let him. He's starting to get the itch." It's pretty much obvious what that one is. "This season's holding us all hostage. Better do what it demands. Nature knows that we've got a crisis weighing on our frostbitten." I cannot talk today. "Nature knows that we've got a crisis weighing on our frostbitten hands." So the season's holding us all hostage. It's like, wherever we are, we're stuck there for the duration. We can't go anywhere. We can't escape. We're literally hostages. So that's actually quite a good line, that is. And he goes, 1, there's nothing you can do, the sky's going to crush you. 9, there's nothing that you can do, the sky's going to crush you. 7, there's nothing that you can do, and the sky's going to crush you. 7, there's nothing you can do, the sky's going to crush you. So, you know, they like making a big point of the 1977. And then the last bit there, this season's growing cold, I think this could be the end, and there's no sign of hope. We've got a crisis on our hands. So, you know, it's an interesting song about, you know, a real subject. They came on a bit hard and heavy with the fact that, you know, it killed 25 people. But, you know, obviously it's something that affected a lot of people. So, you know, they wanted to probably convey how important it was and how dangerous it was and how, you know, we need to be prepared for that sort of thing. But I do have to say, I'm not a fan of the band. I don't really like this sort of style of music. You know, they're obviously very talented, and you know they've obviously got a big fan base. But the actual style of the music itself, you know, it's mostly the vocal style that I don't like. You know, it's all sort of, excuse me, the sort of screamy punk vocals. I don't really like it very much. I mean, there's clean vocals in there, and they're very well performed, and you know, got a good voice. But for the most part, I don't like the vocal style. But that's just my personal preference. I mean, musically, very talented, you know, and you know they can obviously write pretty decently. I'm just not a fan. I just can't get on board with it, really. You know, if it was playing, you know, I'd more than happily listen to it, but it's not something I would actively go out and search for. You know, it's not the sort of band where I would be sitting there going, do you know what, I think I'll listen to some Alexisonfire. It's not that sort of band for me. It's just sort of, if it happens to be playing at the time, I'll happily listen to it. So, yeah, it was an I like the song. I like what it was about. I like the story behind it. Just not overly fond of the actual band. But, you know, we can't like everything, can we? And anyway, I'll leave that one as it is. If anybody would like to suggest a track for me to react to, then please do so by all means. You can drop a comment in the comment section below, or you can message me on my Facebook and Instagram. They are also linked in the description below. Just do know that if you suggest a track, it will take me a while to get around to it. I get suggested dozens of tracks every single day, and my list grows faster than I can record the videos. But I do write down every single suggestion I get given, so it will get recorded. It just might take a while. Also, Metalhead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are a British-based charity whose main focus is to put an end to hate crimes, mainly those that are aimed at people of the alternative subculture, like whether it's wearing alternative fashion or listening to alternative music. Because every single day we hear about so many hate crimes. You know, we hear about racism, we hear about religious hatred, we hear about homophobia, transphobia. You know, we hear these on an almost daily basis. But there are some hate crimes that don't have the attention they deserve, such as hate crimes against people of alternative subculture. Excuse me. Because, you know, there are people out there that are getting attacked regularly, physically and verbally. They're getting attacked just because of the way they dress, just because of the music that they listen to. And it's stupid, right? Because just because someone listens to a certain kind of music doesn't make them a lesser person. It doesn't make them any different. Everybody has the right to be an individual, you know. And trying to justify to yourself in your head that it's okay for you to beat someone up because they don't like the same music as you is ridiculous, you know. I don't sit there and think I'm going to beat that person up because they listen to Ariana Grande, they listen to Beyonce, they listen to Adele. I'm going to beat them up because I don't listen to that music. It doesn't make sense, you know. I mean, they're not listening to it at the moment. I can't hear the music. So why would it bother me? I've got no justification for it. And there is no logical way anybody can justify it. It's ridiculous. It's like beating someone up because they don't like the same flavour ice cream as you. It's bizarre, and I've tried so many times to figure out the mentality behind it. How attacking someone physically will really make any difference. I mean, it's not like you're going to have, for example, me walking down the road. Someone jumps me and beats me up because of the music I listen to. I'm not going to suddenly get up and go, do you know what, I don't like metal anymore, I think I'll listen to chart music. You know, it's not going to make any difference. It doesn't make you big or clever. You know, it's ridiculous, and it needs to stop, and it needs more attention on it. Because there are people every single day getting attacked, verbally and physically, because of their taste in music and because of the way they dress. And there needs to be more awareness of it, and there needs to be more attention brought to it, because it needs to stop. I mean, this sort of thing shouldn't have only come to attention. It shouldn't have had to take the death of a young woman for this to come to attention. You know, it should be a no-brainer. You know, this girl was savagely beaten to death just because of the music she listened to and the clothes that she wore. It's unacceptable. You know, and it shouldn't have taken that for people to notice. You know, it should be a common thing. It should be it should be common knowledge. You know, you don't beat someone up because they don't like the same music. I mean, what difference does it really make to your life at the end of the day what music someone else listens to? It doesn't. It doesn't make any difference at all. You know, it needs more attention, and I think it's a very worthwhile cause, because I myself, I've been attacked many, many times just for this. Many of my friends have as well, and I'm sure there are some people out there that have also encountered it as well. You know, it needs to stop. It needs more attention brought to it, and that's why I think it's worthwhile. And this is what the Sophie Lancaster Foundation are trying to do. They're trying to bring more attention to it so they can actively do something about it. So, yeah. If you'd like to find out more about Sophie Lancaster, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can go over there, find out what they're working on at the moment, find out what their main goal is, because they can explain it a damn sight better than I can without going off on random rants and tangents. If you can help them in any way, that would be absolutely fantastic, even if it's something as simple as one of these Sophie bracelets. I think they're like £1 in the store. Every little bit helps, every little bit is greatly appreciated. But I'm going to leave that as it is. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.